All right, chef, so what do we have next?
So we're going to build this sauce over here.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to give me a hand for
Sure.
a quick second.
No problem.
I have just these Kalamata olives. They just need to be...
Pitted?
Yep, just cut in half.
Okie doke.
Pitted.
I think I can handle it.
All right. So for the sauce, we have half a cup or so of extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to start with a couple of anchovy fillets.
I love anchovies.
So do I. And
very underappreciated. I guess it depends who you ask.
True. I like anchovies at the bottom of a sauce. When I'm cooking, I like to layer my flavors.
Yep.
So anchovies at the bottom, which is what we're doing here, it won't really give a fish flavor to the sauce, but it'll impart a nice savoriness to the sauce.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
So you don't even know they're there necessarily.
No, you don't.
A lot of people are afraid of anchovies. They should know that.
Well, they only think of them on pizza or Caesar salads.
Sure.
But really, they can go underneath anything. So these are all broken up and nicely browned. The capers that went in there are also starting to brown. We're going to add our garlic.
Now I'm starting to smell it.
Now you get the smells. And our onions. And we're just going to sweat them a little bit. Getting back to layering flavors, it also applies to herbs. So, or anything really. So you got think about if you're making a sauce, like what do you want to really hit you in the sauce? Like take a marinara, for example. When I make a marinara, I like the basil to be in the front. So I add it at the very end, it's the last step. So the basil stays fresh, it doesn't mute the flavors at all. Whereas the oregano in my marinara, I put in at the onset because I want it to kind of be buried by everything
Right, because oregano is very strong.
Yes, yes.
Now you're making a Puttanesca sauce? Is that what this is?
Puttanesca sauce, yes. It's the tomato-based sauce, onions, Kalamata olives traditionally, capers. I like anchovies in mine, obviously. Yeah, a couple of dry spices in there, some oregano, a little bit of crushed red pepper, and we're going to sweat those onions down.
Nice, a lot of flavor happening here.
Beautiful gnocchi, by the way.
Yeah, well done.
Well
done,
done,
chef. I'm surprised this is your first time. I wouldn't have known.
Well, actually, as he's rolling it out, it reminded me when I used to work at a local pretzel shop, we had to roll that.
There you go.
Fair enough. A little bit of cracked black pepper.
Nice.
A little salt.
So now tell me about Third and Ferry. This dish is going to be featured at the restaurant.
This is actually on the menu currently at Third and Ferry.
Fantastic.
We put it on, actually we changed the menu last week. It's been on for about a week, selling very well.
How often do you change the menu?
Typically I try and change menus quarterly.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
And I like to get buy-in from my kitchen staff.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have a very talented staff over at the restaurant. You know, I like to, talk to them about their ideas and kind of, fit their ideas into my box, I guess, is one way to say it.
So it's very collaborative.
Yes, it is.
I love that.
Yeah, and it just makes it a nicer kitchen to work in, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Like, we get along very well. The one feature at Third and Ferry that's a little different than most restaurants is our kitchen location. The building was a furniture store originally. So
really?
The kitchen is a little bit of basil right there.
So it must be big.
It is. About 200 seats.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a big restaurant.
220 in the summer with the patio. But the kitchen is up in what was the display windows for the furniture store. So the cooks are on display every night. You can.
But they love that.
It took them a while to get used to. But they do.
Keeps them on their toes.
Yes, it does. And they got used to it quick. But it definitely keeps everybody clean and honest. That's not
a
what
bad
I'm looking for.
And you're a seafood-centric restaurant, yes?
Seafood-centric, yes. So this sauce is, at the moment all put together, with the exception of some seasoning at the end. The calamatas went in, and we're going to let that just simmer for a little bit.